Fly. New. Yeah. I expose you to your head explode. Most of these rappers ain't feeling I'm a German.
What is going on, people? I'm Jovihead, and I'm bringing you another commentation on, what is it? This is the Attackage of Khard Island. No, the Attackage of the island of Khargness. That's what it is, and, I'm ready for this. I'm laying down in my bed with my little microphone plugged in. I've got my yoo-hoo. I've got my... Shake it. Shake it. Shake up the yoo-hoo. Open this bitch. Hold on. Oh, God. Can you smell the yoo-hoo? Oh, my God. It's so delicious. I love yoo-hoo. Like I said, this is the Attackage of the island of Khargness. If you can't interpret that, I'm attacking on Khard Island. And, I'm in the helichopper, and, I do pretty good in it. Now, I was in the helicopter for the whole game, and it was wonderful. And, it was just all fine and dandy. We were going along our way. I wasn't really doing much. I was pretty much transporting this deadly machine that was gunning for me. He ended up going like 32-1 or some crap like that. And, he was actually 32-0 until I ran into a pole. Yeah, I was in this helicopter for the whole entire game, and I didn't have a death. We were on the last, oh my God, we were on the last freaking crates, or the last MCOMs, or whatever you want to call them. And I'm sitting here flying. See, I do that. But then I'm flying and I run into a pole, like a telephone pole, like a light pole. Not even like the big pole. It was just like, you see one of those little poles right there on the right side? That's the kind of pole I ran into, except it had a light on the end of it. Oh my God, I was so depressed. It was like the greatest game. It was one of the best helicopter matches I've had, especially on Rush, because I don't really play Rush that much. And usually whenever I get in the helicopter on Rush, on this map, a SOFLAM and a Javelin either take me out, or just a Stinger takes me out, and it just doesn't last long at all. Yeah, check out my the Defendage of the island of Khargness. I'll put a link to it right there, and you can see how we take care of the helicopter. They didn't do that at all. But yeah, the whole time we were doing good, and then all of a sudden I just hit a pole, and it was all ended like that quick. I was pretty depressed. One thing that they didn't do that was the reason that we stayed in the air for so long before I just screwed it up myself was they didn't use a SOFLAM or Stingers. Like, they did use Stingers, but when they did, you can see, like, right here, I would just land and repair myself. And, they wouldn't ever come and try to finish me off with an RPG, or the tank didn't do anything like that. Like, they just didn't pursue me even after I came and landed. So, like, I guess they just didn't want to take me out of the air that bad. So that was the one thing they did. One of the biggest things that can take the helicopter out is a SOFLAM and Javelin. You can see that in the Defendage of the Island of Khargness in that link that I just put up. We used a SOFLAM and take out the helicopter in like no time. Like, the helicopter was not effective at all. And they didn't use that at all. Now, Stingers are pretty effective, but they don't have like a longer range, so there's not really much that they can do. Unless you're like right up on them. But but when the Stingers do take, yeah, those little fuckers are annoying. But like I said, they didn't use the SOFLAM. They only used the Stingers a few times. But even when they did, we just landed and repaired. So I guess they just didn't want me out of the air that bad, which is kind of confusing because this Bezel Blob guy that was gunning for me ended up going. He was like 32-0 until I ran into that pole. It was crazy. And so one reason that I stayed in the air for so long, I guess this could be kind of like a tip type thing. One reason I stayed in the air for so long is I didn't rush it. This is Rush. You're supposed to rush, but I didn't rush flying in the helicopter. I didn't push myself to get all the kills. I didn't push myself to just attack all the time. What I mean is, like, whenever it got hairy, like whenever we were about to go down or anything, we would go and we would hide and take our time before coming out and having another round of another round of attacks, I guess you could say. I don't know. But like I didn't rush it. I didn't try and get all the kills at one time. I didn't try and wipe them all out at once. We took our time, and when we got in trouble, we would go and hide, and then just come back, and they would forget about us, and then we'd come back, and we'd do it all over again. So that's what I mean by don't rush it. Whenever you're in the helicopter, there's no need to rush it. Don't freak out and try and kill everyone at one time. Just take your time and don't rush it. That's just a tip that I can give you when flying in a helicopter on rush. And if all else fails, if you're not doing good, and like I guess, see, I wasn't really getting that many kills, but my gunner was. But if all else fails and you just can't really do anything, and you just stay in the air for long enough, it becomes a distraction. The other team tries to take you out more than they do defend the bases, is what I'm trying to say. So, like, if I stayed in the air for so long in this, we didn't rush it, and we took our time, and we stayed in the air for so long, we eventually became a distraction. At one point, they put up 2 SOFLAMs. Now, when I said they didn't use SOFLAMs, I'm talking about, like, at the beginning maps, or at the beginning bases. But there's one point where they have 2 SOFLAMs on us, and they're trying to take us out with 2 SOFLAMs. But I put my ECM jammer on, then like I said, I would go and hide so they can't lock onto me, and I'd wait for the ECM to come back up. So we became a distraction for the other team. Instead of defending the bases, they were trying to take out the helicopter, and they ended up losing because of that. Because we got to take all the bases because they were too worried about taking out the helicopter instead of they were defending the bases. So that's definitely a good thing about staying in the air for a while. Now, what else do I have? Oh, let me get my Yoo-hoo. Hold on. Oh my god, it's so delicious. Okay. Now, one thing that's different about a helicopter on Rush as it is in Conquest, you're constrained inside the space. Like you have a certain area, like the bases are right here, this is where the focus is, and this is where everyone's at. That's completely different than the helicopter that I'm used to, which is on Conquest. Conquest is the word I'm looking for. Conquest! I usually fly the helicopter on Conquest, so flying it on Rush was a lot different for me. So I guess that's one of the reasons why I had to hide so many times. I wasn't used to flying on like a Rush. Like, I wasn't used to flying on Rush. I'm used to flying on Conquest. So being constrained in that space it was kind of different for me, which it made it fun though. Different is always good. And see, this is the point where they have 2 SOFLAMs. They have one SOFLAM right there, which I just pointed at. Then they have another SOFLAM right there. On that, you can see the SOFLAM right there. And I actually come back. What pisses me off is the SOFLAMs are impossible to kill with missiles. Like, you can't do it. It's impossible. Like, literally impossible. You see it right there, you can see the 2 SOFLAMs. See, you can shoot at it as much as you want. You can try and blow it up. Your gunner can try and blow it up. You can shoot it the whole map. The SOFLAM will not blow up with your helicopter missiles. I don't care how many times you've tried. I don't care what Battlefield says. Like if they said that yes, you can kill the SOFLAMs now, it was a mistake earlier. No, you can't do it. It's broken. Like if the SOFLAMs are up, you either have to get out of your helicopter and go personally shoot the SOFLAM with your gun to take it out, or you have to get one of your friends to do it. You can't blow it up, and it pisses me off. Like, you literally can't do it. So if you have any hope of staying in the air, you have to go and kill the SOFLAM with your gun. Like your gun. Not your missiles that explode with explosions and blow up. No, you gotta shoot it with your gun. It pisses me off so much. That's one of the most annoying things in Battlefield for me. Is how the SOFLAMs are just absolutely impossible to take out. And right here, I just get fed up with it, and I land the helicopter and just shoot it with my gun. I was just mad, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. See, all the times it's blown up, nothing happens. You have to go up here and shoot it like this. That right there is the only way to take out a SOFLAM. I'm sorry, If you guys didn't know that and you're just realizing that, or I'm the first one that's told you, that's the only way to do it. Now, there is another way where you can lock on to a SOFLAM with the third seat in the tank, and then your tank can get its guided missile out and shoot it. That's the only other way. Either locking onto it with a guided missile or running up to it and shooting it. That's the only way to take out a SOFLAM. I'm sorry I'm ranting about this. It just pisses me off so much. And boom. Like, are you kidding me? That little light pole took us out. We were in there the whole time, but oh my gosh, watch out for that light pole. Now, one little tip I have for you guys on Rush. I know a lot of people play Rush, and not as many people play Conquest, or they don't play Conquest as much as I do. Just go for it. Just run in there. Like, everybody's like, oh god, I don't want to run in there and die, and so I'm just going to wait outside the bases and shoot everyone with my gun and get a whole bunch of kills, but I'm not really going to take the bases because I don't want to die. Dude, what? Just run up in there and just plant the charge, man. Just go for it. I'm sorry, I still have a little bit of bronchitis. Just go for it, man. There's no need to, like, dilly-dally around the bases and have, just, like, play with it and tickle its little nut hairs. Run in there, plant the charge, and get out. It's that easy. I mean, or you can stay in there, defend it, or you can run. What? Look at this. Plant it. Run here. Kill this guy. Run away and go plant the other one. It's not that hard. Like, I mean, I know this it's not gonna happen like this every time. But on Rush, I see so many people that are just like, they don't really want to go and get the bases. They kind of want to, like, play around the bases. No, man, just go plant the just go plant the charge and get out of there. It ain't no big deal. Anyways, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check me out on Facebook at the JoviHead. Check me out on Twitter at the JoviHead. That guy almost shot me in the head. I'll put those in the description. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for new stuff. I'm the JoviHead, and I'm out.